Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is our young trainer in training, Corbin. Corbin, how are you doing today?
I'm good, and you better watch your mouth, because things have changed around here, buddy. I've enrolled in a new course here.
Whoa, okay, I take this back. I was doing a fun thing where you get introduced first, but now if you're telling me you're doing other lessons or other classes, you know what? You're dead to me. Joining me here in the classroom is my perfect, wonderful, amazing trainer or teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. How are you, Mr. Curtis?
Oh, Professor, don't do that to me again. I was so afraid. I was so afraid I betrayed you, Professor.
Hey, Mr. Curtis, how's your hand doing?
Yeah, how's it doing?
Look, see?
You really broke it on that Sudowoodo last
still
time.
Really gnarly. It's a weird shaped cast.
It's getting better. See, it kind of creaks when I do this.
Wait, why are you moving the cast? How are you moving the cast?
Ew.
But it's fine. It's healing up, and I got one little finger that sticks out top. I can kind of twitch it a little bit.
Oh God, stop that!
I can come up here and tickle you, Corbin.
No, give him the little broken finger. It's disgusting. Gosh, if you guys don't remember, Mr. Curtis broke his hand on Sudowoodo last week because he's dumb.
Yeah, I thought it was a tree, and I was going to prove my prowess and my strength that Sensei Williamshire taught me, and chop the tree in half with my bare hands, and it turned out to be a stone Sudowoodo. So
yeah, well, hey, it happens.
It doesn't happen. I mean, it was pretty obviously not a tree. Yeah, I believe one of the Pokedex entries was even like it fails to fool even children. So you guys are more dumb than children.
Children is aged to 11 and up. All right, I'm 10. It's fooled me.
That's fair. He is a children.
I am a child.
Mr. Curtis, you have no excuse.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Right. I was blinded
by your hubris. Okay. So, Corbin, what were you blathering on about some other lessons?
I was gonna say, first of all, you know I take other classes here. Excuse me, I'm talking. I take other classes.
Excuse me, you don't talk to the professor that way.
Excuse me. Mr. Curtis.
Excuse me! Everybody was
I'm excused now, and I will say that I take other classes at this school as well. Number one.
What?
It's none of your business.
I want to know.
History.
I'm your legal guardian.
More recently, I have become a, check it out, got a badge here. Boom! Cubchoo Scout. Look at that on the table.
That says kick me.
No.
Why are you wearing a badge that says kick me?
Oh, sorry. One of the other kids put that on my back earlier. That on my jacket. Okay, here it is. Cubchoo Scout. There's my badge right there. You see that? That means I'm a Cubchoo Scout, and I have been learning the ways, the ropes of the Cubchoos. Cubchoo! And we have been doing our most to learn about survival skills in the last week. We've been learning about what it means to have honor and integrity, and I feel like I've really built my character up in the last week that I've been taking this new class. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, I think it's a good time.
All right, I have a lot of questions. I did not know that the Cubchoos were in the Johto region. I thought it was just a Unova thing.
Well, they do have a small branch that they're starting here. It's a newer class. They just started it this semester, and I learned about it, through a couple of, I don't want to say friends. They're the ones that actually put the kick me.
Was it Gordon?
No, Gordon didn't put that on me. Gordon is not a student here.
But I was saying, did Gordon tell you about it?
Yeah, he does. He looks out for me. So he was researching some of the classes, and Gordon found out, my roommate, the cadaver that dresses as a Mr. Rhyme, he found out that there is there's a Cubchoo Scout division here at the Golden Mountain City branch of the Saffron City Learning Center, and I enrolled, and I'm in, and I've been having a great time.
Now, Corbin, I know that the Cubchoo Scouts have a slogan. I cannot for the life of me remember what it is, but you, as a Cubchoo Scout, would remember. So what is that slogan?
Of course.
Oh my gosh, dude. So right now,
it seems
I don't
like you're
know the
stalling,
full thing,
Corbin.
but I know part of it. So the first part is, when in doubt, chew it out. Chew it out. When in doubt, chew it out. Right?
I wish it wasn't.
I mean, that's the one that they have here.
I wish that wasn't it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't make the rules. I just recite them.
Oh, it's not like
it's like, I promise to uphold the trainer code and not try to catch other trainers' Pokemon, or I promise to
have a good battle daily. Was that not the slogan?
Right? Yeah.
So the saying is, when in doubt, chew it out, and then after that,
that's what it is.
That's part of it, and it says something along the lines of, I swear to every tenant there is, I will not catch another trainer's Pokemon. I will not spit in the face of another trainer.
That's good.
I will not dishonor myself nor my peers on the battlefield, and I will listen to my scout master. No killing whatsoever. Mr. Curtis, you hate that rule.
This is the slogan?
This is all part of the slogan.
A slogan is supposed to be a quick, punchy, like a 1-2
Well, the first part is
thing.
When in doubt, chew it out, and then the rest of it, that's the rest of the part. That's slogan part 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have badges, obviously.
I have one badge. I have the entry badge. You get it on the first day.
Oh, great. Participation trophies.
Right,
I love it when they do that.
There is, I'm currently studying, like I said, my survival skills. There's a survival skills badge that is up in the running, and I'm thinking of testing that out. May do some survival stuff. Maybe if you guys want to help your boy out.
No. Never.
I'm very good at survival stuff.
I could barely survive being with you, Mr. Curtis.
I'll even lend you one of my Spinnerack. They're, invaluable.
I'm pretty
sure. You need to make a shelter, they'll get you up in a tree. Lickety split. You need a blanket or a tarp, or,
wow, it sounds like
build a trap.
Pitching us a Spinnerack right now.
I
to
don't
build
really,
a trap, or
is this the pitch of Pokemon this week, Professor? Are we learning about Spinnerack again?
No, we're not.
Maybe you
Corbin,
want to lash together some trees and build a shelter.
Hey, shush.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What would you need from us?
Listen. I just need a chance. First of all, I need my guardian, which is you apparently, while I'm over here in Johto.
Yeah.
I need you to help me sign off on this. So I need to go out into the wild with at least 2 chaperones. One of them being my guardian, and I need to prove my survival skills through, a kind of a day of camping.
Can you just tell them about the time that we crash landed on the Seafoam Islands? Was it the Seafoam Islands?
It was the Seafoam Islands, yeah.
Yeah, and then survived all the way to the island.
Yeah, but we survived because we were spooning dugongs. That's not going to count for my survival badge. It's got to be something I do now while enrolled in class.
Spoon gongs? Is that what it was?
Hold for laughter.
It didn't land. Okay, all right. Corbin, I'm looking through my notes right now. Sorry, I'm flipping through a lot of notes right now. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, actually, I think this could work out. I think we have a lot of grass type Pokemon coming up in the lessons. So it's not Decidueye. Don't even say it.
No,
don't say it.
That's what's gonna stop the professor.
But we do have a lot of grass type Pokemon coming up, and grass type Pokemon love to live in forests and nature places. So maybe we'll go on a camping trip in these upcoming weeks.
Maybe for the next. All I need is one day. All I need is one day.
God, I'm gonna have to change a lot of my lesson plans here.
It's just one day. That's it. It's just one day that I'm asking.
All
That's
right.
it.
Okay. One day.
If you want to do it on a lesson day, like on a Wednesday, so we can record it, that's a great idea.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Listen, we're getting distracted here. We have a lot to talk about today. Corbin, I will review my notes, and maybe we'll have a camping trip for the next lesson.
I'll hold you to that.
All right. So
I've got so many things to prep, so many traps.
No.
And
Mr. Curtis, Mr. Curtis,
I'll pack the trail
ropes
mix.
courses to set up in the woods.
No.
I'm so
This
excited.
is all Corbin. This is all Corbin.
This is all me. I am doing it.
Corbin needs to prove to us that he can survive.
Yep.
But we could make some high ropes courses. That would be so much fun. We could put some silk up in the trees.
We don't need to do that. That's not survival. That's entertainment. That can be done after the survival. After you survived, you can entertain.
Okay.
All right.
That's
That's one of the tenets.
No. This is where you're wrong already. It's tents. We'll be sleeping in tents.
No. They have tenants too.
What?
They have tenants.
Yes, just like Cubchews out in the wild do.
Whatever. Okay, if we get to go next week, I'll show you guys my little outfit. Wow, wouldn't it be a great idea to see little Corbin in a Cubchew scout outfit? I would love artwork of that. That'd be so fun. Hint, wink.
Stop begging for artwork. All right. Okay. Does anybody know what Pokemon we're learning about this week?
Is it Decidueye, Professor?
Cubchew.
It's neither of those, and you both got it wrong. So I'm just gonna say it.
Is it Bonsley?
No. No, we're not learning about Bonsly this week. Although that does say to me that you do remember who we learned about last week, which is Sudowoodo. So I suppose that's...
How could I forget?
This week is Caesar, right?
You forget a lot of things. What'd you say?
Look at my hand right
Caesar?
now.
Is it Caesar?
No, it's not Caesar. Okay, yeah, he has a personal memory of his hand exploding against
Oh, God.
just flying to pieces against the rock. Okay, no, we are learning about Politoed this week.
Oh, okay. Now we have a Politoed. We got Terry. He works in irrigation at the school. Is he going to come in?
Oh, he's
Yes, hold on.
such a good singer. I love Terry.
He is a good singer. I have heard him while he's been working outside.
Are we gonna have a singing performance from Terry?
No, we're not. Now, if you just listen for a little bit, let me explain. So, we have learned about the Pokemon that Politoed evolves from already.
Squirtle.
We didn't learn about last week. It's not Sudowoodo. So Politoed actually evolved. I don't know. Can you guys guess? Do you guys know what Pokemon it is? I mean, the name should
Squirtle?
give it away.
Is it a variant of Squirtle?
No, it doesn't evolve from Squirtle.
Oh, okay.
Psyduck.
You're all saying water type Pokemon, which is great.
Gyarados?
Good. No.
Toad, Duck. They're both from the same.
Okay.
Area.
It evolves from Poliwhirl. Right? Poliwhirl evolves from Poliwag. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, doesn't Poliwhirl evolve into Poliwrath?
Yeah, we did talk about that, didn't we?
We did talk about that. Professor.
I believe if you have a special item, I think it's called a king's boulder, a prince's rock, a king's rock. Is it a king's rock?
King's Rock. That's it. That's King's Rock.
Yeah. If you give a Poliwhirl a king's rock, it will evolve into a Politoed instead of a Poliwrath.
Okay.
Yes. But yes, that's kind of like where it's come from. I just didn't want to like you just think that you can find Politoads just randomly out in the wild.
Okay, so they're rare. That explains why I've never seen one in person.
They are fairly rare. Now we do, like you guys said, we do have a Politoed employed here at the GCLC, BOT, SCLC.
Right.
Yes, Terry.
Terry. He's irrigation. I was not able to get him to come visit today. He was very busy with his irrigation duties. However, now we were able to get his sister. Now you guys haven't met his sister yet, but she does.
What's
also,
her name? What's her name,
Professor?
Oh well, I guess maybe you do know her. Dolly the Politoed.
I don't know that I've heard of Dolly. I haven't really chatted with Terry much. It wouldn't help if I did because I don't speak Politoed. But yeah, I was not aware that Terry had a sister.
Okay, well, her name is Dolly, and she is the choir director here at the GCLC, BOT, SCLC.
Oh,
okay.
I know who you're talking about. I have seen her. Okay, I have
great.
seen her.
I thought so.
I've heard her class,
But you haven't seen her, is what you're saying.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I don't spend a lot of time out of this classroom.
Hold on. I need to let me see Dolly real quick. I just want to make sure that that's a Politoed.
Okay, well, I was gonna invite her in anyways.
Okay.
All right, Dolly. Yep. Come on in. You can come on in now.
Hello, Dolly. Hi. Oh my goodness. Aren't you cute? Look at you. Okay. All right. So I have seen Dolly before. No offense. I thought you were a shiny Krogunk. So now I know.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Now I know. Okay, so this is what a Politoed
is taking massive offense to it.
I'm sorry, sweetie. I didn't mean
Dolly,
that.
I'm sorry.
Dolly, he said don't take offense. Did you not hear that part?
Yeah, don't take offense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
he said don't
We
take
build
offense.
them here at the Cub Chew Scouts. We build them. We don't take them. That's the other rule. Build fences. Don't take offenses.
Gotcha.
Is that now? That's a much better slogan than the one that you said.
Well, it's a tenet, not a slogan.
Listen, all I'm saying is that it would be better as a slogan.
I don't make the rules, but I'll talk to my. I'll talk.
Sounds
to
like
my
you
scout
barely
leader.
even remember the rules, honestly.
I've been in it a week. All right, I'll talk to the scout leader.
Good, yeah. I would like to talk to the scout leader too.
That's right.
Okay, so yes, go on,
Miss
Mr.
Dolly,
Hurtis.
Well, I was just gonna say, Miss Dolly, I'm so sorry about the insult. I would just really love to see an example of your great singing.
Well,
skills.
before we get to that,
Okay.
Corbin, could you please describe Dolly respectfully, if you will?
Dolly is very cute. She is
good start. Good start. Oh, look, she's blushing. Wait, no, that's just her skin. That's just her skin.
So a very different look than Poliwhirl or Poliwrath or any of them. First of all, it's not even blue. Dolly is green and yellow. So she has this cute little smile, these little rosy little pink cheeks, and still got that swirl on the belly. But again, it's not like white and black; it's more yellow and green. Its whole body's green, and on its hands and feet, it's got 3 little boomps, little booby nubs, and they're all the hand and the nubbins are all yellow, and its bottom jaw is yellow, and again, part of that swirl on its belly is yellow. And then other than that, it's got this cute little, it looks like a kind of like a light blue hair. It's like one strand of hair or antenna or something poking out of its head.
Yes, very
What
important.
is that, Professor?
Well, we'll learn more about it in the Pokédex entries going forward. But it is a long hair, and it is very important.
Okay, I'll believe you.
So and she's very, very like happy that you said that it's a long hair, which is an important thing to a lot of.
Oh, it's very
Politoeds.
cute, Dolly. It's very, very cute.
All right. Now, Mr. Curtis, I believe you were about to ask Dolly something. If you
Yes.
Go ahead.
Miss Dolly, we've all heard of your great skill as the choir director here and all the awards that the choir have received.
Right, and Terry's great, so obviously must learn the family, right?
Sure. So I was just hoping that you could grace us with a little musical example of your prowess.
But I think the virtual students would love that. Dolly, if you could please, Dolly, whenever you're ready.
Whenever you're ready, Dolly, please.
Okay, Dolly, come on. Whenever, I know you're doing a lot of warm-ups. Whenever you're ready. Just Dolly, take it away.
Wow. That was great, Dolly. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was
Could you imagine that, Professor? That was so good.
That was
God. Okay, Mr. Curtis, we can't lie to her. That was horrible. That was really bad.
Professor Jacob, that sounded like a Wingull getting stepped on. I'm going to be honest with you. It was bad.
I thought it was pretty good.
It was bad.
It was like she was punching me in the face with her voice.
Oh, Dolly, I'm sorry, sweetie. That was not very good. Whatever your day job is, don't quit it.
Don't patronize her.
Dolly, I'm sorry, baby. That was just... better luck next time. Maybe take some lessons from Terry.
No. Guys, you can't say that about Dolly. She's so mad at us.
I'm sorry. I should have worded that better. Should have given you constructive feedback and not made fun of you. I'm sorry. Whoa, hey.
Wait, she's starting to sing again.
What is that?
Oh, no.
Whoa.
What is that song? What was that song?
Oh, gosh.
Did you guys hear those chimes?
Where did that come from?
Oh, no.
That was weird. Okay, she looks pretty pleased with herself now.
Why do you have like a grimace? Why do you have
Wait a
second.
second.
Very stern smile. It's very haunting.
I've heard that. I think that was a Parrish song.
You did not. Oh, she's slowly nodding. She did.
She's slowly and also backing out of the classroom. You just committed 3 murders, Dolly.
She's walking backwards. She's not even turning around. She's just oh my goodness. You just Parrish songed us? We just got Parrish song.
Don't walk away.
Don't walk away, Dolly.
She closed the door.
Dolly, please.
Ugh, I shouldn't have said. I screwed up there. I pulled a Mr. Curtis.
All right, everybody. Terrible news. We're gonna die.
This may be our last lesson.
I don't think Parrish song I think is a misnomer. I don't think it kills you, right?
It's called Parrish, not faint song.
Well, listen, we have limited time here, and I think
it seems like it.
I think the only thing that we can do right now,
go home and hold our loved ones and call Dawn and hope that she picks up the phone and tell her how you're a brand new Cub Chew Scout and that she's going to get really impressed that you guys are going to start dating virtually and then eventually it's going to go steady. You guys are going to meet up in person and you're going to grow old together. Then you're going to have a bunch of kids. You're going to have a family and a legacy. It's going to be awesome. They're going to hold you at your deathbed and they're going to say goodbye, Grandpa. Thank you for all the fun stories and I'm glad I got to learn about you from all those lessons.
Close. I was going to say Pokédex entries, reading some Pokédex entries.
Oh, okay. That's a close second, I guess.
There's no place I'd love to live in my life than here with you, Professor.
We know.
Does anybody have Dawn's number?
No. But I do have Pokedex entries here, so I'm going to go ahead and read them. Starting off in the Johto region, the first entry says, if Poliwag and Poliwhirl hear its echoing cry, they respond by gathering from far and wide.
Ooh, that kind of rhymed a little bit.
Echoing cry. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised, like, do you guys see any Poliwhirl or Poliwag around here when Dolly was singing?
I did it. They probably ran for the hills.
Maybe Dolly's just a bad singer. I mean, that'd be crazy,
Maybe.
right? We
I don't know if
hired
it's all
her
that.
as...
Well, yeah, because I don't know. Maybe she was just fooling around. I don't know. How would she get to be the choir director if she sucks?
I mean, if you those who can't...
You know what they say.
Go on, Mr. Curtis.
I was about to say, those who can't teach.
Yeah, those who can't do teach.
That's right. Also, maybe nepotism.
Wait, hold on. Wait a
Terry
second.
got hired
Wait, hold
first,
on.
Right?
Wait, I take offense to that saying.
Aha, that's right. Because you can't discover any Pokemon.
But not
so
you,
teach
Professor. Not you, Professor. Though you're of course you're a top.
I would write the best Pokedex entries. I would write Pokedex entries so good if they let me. If I could find a region where that doesn't already have a professor. But the thing is, all these regions already got dang professors.
All of them.
All right, Professor. You say the word. What region do you want to be the professor of? And I'll make an opening.
Don't say that. You said that about Professor Oak a few weeks ago, and I didn't like it. You're gonna make an opening? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Mm-hmm. I'll open up some
Bones.
placements.
What?
Mm-hmm.
The next entry here says, whenever 3 or more of these get together, they sing in a loud voice that sounds like bellowing. Yeah.
Or whatever noise that, Dolly made.
I mean, I think bellowing is a pretty good,
Bellowing's good
description. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
The next entry says, when it expands its throat to croak out a tune, nearby Poliwag and Poliwhirl gather immediately.
All right. T-shirt. Throat to croak. Hashtag throat to croak.
So wait. Throat to
Okay,
throat
but why?
Okay.
Wait, are we putting a hashtag? Wait. We putting hashtag throat to croak on the shirt?
It's so no okay, fine. Forget the hashtag. It's just gonna say throat to croak, and it's just gonna be a Politoed giving you a thumbs up.
And not it like expand your throat to croak or something like that?
Just throat to croak. I think throat to croak is just catchier if you just say that.
Yeah, but it's also meaningless.
Throat to croak.
Well, not if you listen to the class.
That's true.
And that's what it's all
I
about.
don't know.
And then people say, what on earth is that from? Where did you get that amazing t-shirt? And they'll say, we listen to Welcome to the World of Pokemon. It's a fun online class. And they'll say, that's awesome. Where can I listen to it? And then they'll tell you all the platforms that they can listen, like Spotify and Flapple Podcast. And then they'll mention our Patreon. Then they're going to give us a ton of money. Then we're all going to get rich.
Well, you don't get any of the revenue, Corbin.
What?
You are paying us. You remember that, right?
Man!
That's right.
And Mr. Curtis doesn't even get paid.
That's
I'm
right.
the only one that gets paid.
Oh, this is all for you. You know what, guys? Take your subscriptions away.
I am tenured though.
The Patreon money is for the class.
That's right.
Right.
All right. It's for class repairs and class expenditures that, the school refuses to pay because of a horrible, terrible Kangaskhan accident that was 100% Mr. Curtis's fault.
Nobody's fault and completely blameless.
It was all his fault. So you say all for class expenses, huh? Is that a new coffee mug?
What?
Mm-hmm.
The one you have in your desk. That's a new coffee mug. I noticed that when I walked in. Did you get that with the Patreon money?
No, I got that with the money that the students pay me when they enroll in the class. It's the salary that the GCLC, BOT, SCLC pays me.
Mm-hmm.
But what'd you do with the one I made you, Professor?
Oh, this is the one you made me. I just made a couple of changes to it.
Yeah, it looks nothing like it, and it's got no web on it.
Corbin,
okay.
Corbin, why? What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? What are you doing? Just cut it out.
I'm sorry.
Wait, oh, dang, sorry. I thought I was whispering in Corbin's ear. I guess I was accidentally whispering in Mr. Curtis's ear.
I just wanted you to like my coffee cup.
It was ugly, Mr. Curtis. I'm glad he changed it.
You know what? I'm going to solve this awkward situation like I do with most awkward situations, which is by reading Pokedex entries.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the Hoenn region. The first entry here says, the curled hair on Politoed's head is proof of its status as a king.
Ooh.
It is said that the longer and more curled the hair, the more respect this Pokemon earns from its peers.
All right, RESPECT. Find out what it means to me.
Yeah,
Politoed, am I right?
Good. Okay, moving on to the Sinnoh region. So that's probably why Dolly was like super happy when you said that, described her curly hair as long. And then you completely eradicated all of that goodwill when you insulted her
you guys
singing.
did too. It wasn't just me.
I thought it was really good.
Mr. Curtis, in an extremely uncharacteristic turn of events, was pretending to like it.
Well, maybe he's just tone deaf.
I mean, no, I did really enjoy it.
Mr. Curtis, she's gone. You don't have to lie anymore.
But I mean, I guess if you say so, Professor.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
No,
I genuinely liked her.
It was not good.
There it is.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I'm glad we agree. All right, let's move on to the Sinnoh region. There's only one in the Hoenn region. I mean, it was still a pretty good entry, but come on, Hoenn. Give me a couple of good entries.
Come on.
There is also only one in the Sinnoh region, and it's very short. It says, it gathers groups of others as their leader. Its cries make Poliwag obey.
Ooh, stand at attention.
Yes, obey. Gather and obey. Stand at attention. Oh, isn't that something that the Cubchoo Scouts do, Corbin?
They do. Yeah, that's before we. That's before we. Do our Pledge of Allegiance. Yeah, to the Cubchoo flag. Yeah.
Wait, to the Cubchoo flag?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a flag we hang in the class.
Cubchoos have their own flags.
Yeah, we have our own flags here.
Oh. Well, you'll have to bring one in one time, Corbin.
I might have to bring it in a future lesson.
Maybe next lesson. Who knows? Okay. There's nothing new from the Unova region, nothing new from the Kalos region. There never is. However, here in the Alola region, entries. No, we're not in the Alola region. The way I said that did kind of make it sound like here in beautiful Alola, but we're not here in Alola. This entry from Alola says, they gather on moonlit nights to form a large chorus. Their cries sound angry and not at all pleasant, but they are certainly distinctive. I should just remind everybody, we're talking about Politoed here. None of the entries have mentioned the name of the Pokemon, well, except for the Hoenn entry.
Right. And
we were talking a lot about Cubchoo, so
just a friendly reminder, yeah, we're talking about Politoed today. Cubchoo's in a couple lessons.
Yeah, just a few. The next entry says, it's the leader of Poliwag and Poliwhirl. When Politoed roars, they all cower in fear. The next one, roars? Must be talking about it singing. Got 'em. In fact, this next entry says, although its cries sound like screams, a composer created a beautiful ballad that was influenced by the sounds.
Oh.
Have you guys heard it?
I have not heard it. I've not heard this piece.
Maybe Portia will put it in right now. Wow, that was beautiful, Portia. Thank you so much for putting that in for us.
Very touching.
Just brings a tear to my eye. The next entry in the Alola is killing it with these entries, by the way.
Killing
Great job.
Yep, like Mr. Curtis with the Squirtle.
Allegedly.
Woo!
Never proven.
No.
The longer and more luxurious the curled hair on its head, the greater number of Poliwag and Poliwhirl that will obey it. Pretty good. Let's see.
The longer, the more they listen?
What?
Interesting. You said the longer the hair, the more that the other ones listen? Like, that means they're commanding more respect.
The longer and more luxurious the curled hair on its head, the greater the number of Poliwag and Poliwhirl that will obey it.
Wow. So you can command the masses
that will
with
listen
your beautiful hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. The next entry comes to us from the Galar region. Galar getting their hand on the ball
getting
here.
Down and dirty.
At nightfall, these Pokemon appear on the shores of lakes. They announce their territorial claims by letting out cries that sound like shouting. Hey! This is my lake!
Hey! Hey, it's Dolly
Get
here.
away from my lake!
Hey, back off!
Hey,
Hey, where's the Poliwags at? Get over here.
what a wags at?
Where's the Poliwags at?
Any whirls out there?
What wags and whirls? Tell a girl.
Give me a whirl. Rats not allowed. Get out of here,
Whirls
rats.
just like to
We don't
have
like
fun.
you.
What
All right.
are rats?
Rats, polyrats. You're not allowed.
Oh, he said rats.
Well, okay, there haven't been any mentions of polyraths in any of these, so I don't think Politoed can control any polyraths.
Well, it just doesn't cares for polyrats.
Yeah, like it could,
It's
like
scared
it
of 'em.
could control polyraths. It's just it doesn't want to.
It just doesn't want to.
It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like
Feel
it just
like
doesn't like their vibe.
Right.
No.
All right, the next entry says, the cry of a male is louder than that of a female. Male Politoed with deep, menacing voices find more popularity with the opposite gender.
Ooh.
The deeper the better.
And more menacing the better,
Gotta get
too.
that. Gotta get that deep voice.
Oh, that's so scary, Mr. Curtis. Ah,
I'm very menacing, aren't I? My
very
deep voice.
menacing. Ooh, who is this dark? Who is
it-
this
it
dark
also sounds-
form in the classroom?
It sounds like he's got a mouthful of orangeberries, too, when he's talking like that.
Probably does. Little glutton.
Okay. Let's see here. Are these new entries, or I'm just gonna read them. I think they're new. In the Paldea region, if Poliwag and Poliwhirl hear its echoing cry, they respond by gathering far and wide. Like, it's just so much that we've like already heard. It's hard to tell if like we've heard that exact one. Yes, I think we have heard it. I think that was the first entry that we read. So thanks, Paldea.
Nice.
Let me just read this next one too. It's the leader of Poliwag and Poliwhirl. When Politoed roars, they all cower in fear.
Ooh.
Ooh, well, or they come running, right? Because sometimes their singing sounds like roaring, and they.
Yeah. Well, I mean, singing in a loud voice that sounds like bellowing. Yeah, it keeps saying it sounds like bellowing, not as much roaring. But when they roar, when there's angry intent behind it, then they know to cower, to get out of there.
That's the thing, because like Politoed is in my opinion, the least intimidating looking of the whole Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, Politoed, Poliwag line.
I don't know. Poliwag is pretty innocent.
Well, so
and
does Politoed.
non-threatening looking.
Politoed looks like it wouldn't, hurt a cutie fly.
I mean, it certainly looks a lot more, docile than a Poliwrath. I mean, by name alone, right?
True.
But it seems to have some kind of hold over the Poliwhirl and Poliwags. I don't have any entries from the Lentil region, so I'm not going to read any of those. But I do have some unique Pokedex entries. The first one comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says, Politoed, the frog Pokemon. Politoed likes to expand its throat and sing out, drawing in Poliwag and Poliwhirl from all around.
Yeah, bring in the crowds.
Oh, we haven't heard from this in a while. This comes to us from Ash's Pokedex.
Oh, this fella.
Yeah, it says Politoed, the frog Pokemon. It gathers groups of others as their leader. Its cries make Poliwag obey.
Put him in line.
Yeah, the way that's worded is a little bit confusing. It gathers groups of others as their leader. So, like, it's the leader as the groups of others. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think we can all, from the other entries, we know that those others consists of Poliwhirl and Poliwags.
Right. The others, as they call them in some foreign lands. The others.
The other ones.
Okay, so that does it for the unique entries on Politoed, and that does it for all of the Pokedex entries on Politoed in general. And now I would love to get to our testing portion. However,
Ooh, gonna put away my Pokédex.
And that's fine.
Not for
You can do
you.
Pull out my Rotom
you can do actually the testing portion is
laptop.
going to be open book, open notes. So if you want to,
Oh,
that's fine. But before we do that, I have an essay here I would like to read.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yes, this
okay.
comes to us from Parker. I believe we've heard from Parker before.
Park it
They
up.
say, or I guess here they've described themselves as the Politoed Man Parker. So,
Politoed Man
so
Parker.
thank you.
Politoed Man Parker,
Let's go.
so let's see here. This essay starts with, "Hello, Professor Jacob, Minister Curtis."
Ooh.
Yeah.
Minister.
Yeah, well, and then it says Minister Curtis, or Curtis, 3 different spellings. One of those is right, but I won't say which. Now, Corbin, you are not mentioned here at all, so don't listen to this.
Hey!
Yeah,
All right,
sorry.
fine. I won't, Parker. You don't earn my respect.
Okay, so this essay is as follows. "I'm here to inform you guys more about my favorite Pokemon, Politoed. Isn't he so cute? Anywho, here's what we humans in this world know about Politoed." Man, spoken like a true Mr. Curtis in that sentence, Parker.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not supposed to listen,
Us
Corbin.
humans.
Oh, no, listening. Sorry.
Us
La, la, la.
humans know all of this.
Politoed is able to evolve thanks to the aura emanating from a king's rock. Politoed is known to, on moonlit nights, join in chorus. Their cries are not at all pleasant and sound kind of angry, but are not meant to be. When you find a Politoed, you've got a 50-50% chance of it being male or female. I'd also like to say that I'm enjoying your lessons, and I'm excited for the soon-to-be Spinnerack lesson. This essay was given to us a little while ago.
Woohoo! All right. I'm excited.
Well, I wasn't
going to
read an essay for a Politoed on a lesson that wasn't for Politoed.
I don't know. Sounds like
right.
we should have read it then, guys.
No. So this is just great showing, like, if you want those essays to be read on the lesson, you gotta send them in early.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
They say, and they finish off the message here by saying, also, Misty has one as the gym leader of the Cerulean City, but mine is far superior, for it is a shiny.
Does shiny make it statistically better in combat?
Yes.
And then they added a bunch.
It's the power of cool.
Oh, okay.
They didn't specifically say that it's superior in combat, it's just superior.
Oh, because it's shiny.
No, Pokemon aren't only for fighting, Corbin.
I'm well aware of that. I know that better than anybody.
They're for loving and hugging and building nests with.
And doing my taxes.
And for drowning, right, Mr. Curtis? That Squirtle?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I want to learn.
I'm not even convinced the Squirtle can drown. It was like, maybe it's like, have we looked into the coroner or like the what's the guy that
The mortician?
Medical examiner?
no mortician, is that right? I don't know.
The funeral home director.
No, the guy at like the police department.
I'm sure my Scoutmaster knows.
That does autopsies.
The medical examiner.
Autopsies of bodies. I don't know. Maybe one of our students will know. Maybe. I think we should look into that guy though, because I'm not convinced you can drown a Squirtle.
Yep, dig up the body. I know it's been a few years, but let's figure it out.
They finish off by saying, "Anywho, thanks to all of you, from the Politoed Man Parker. P.S. Minister Curtis, or Curtis.
Yes.
My second favorite Pokemon of all is Spinnerack."
Woo-woo!
All right.
Kiss his butt at the end with Spinnerack. Doesn't mention me once. No gold stars. You actually owe us 5.
Well, unfortunately for you, or fortunately for you, Politoed Man Parker, Corbin is not in charge of Gold Star distribution. You are getting extra credit though for this excellent essay.
Yeah.
I missed the nice emails.
Mr. Curtis, what's the Gold Star situation here?
I think this wonderful and thoughtful essay given us to us by Parker,
The Politoed Man Parker.
Politoed Parker. Excuse me.
Politoed Man Parker.
Politoed Man Parker.
There we go.
Politoed Man Parker gets 2 gold stars.
Boom.
Boom.
Nicely
Shakalaka.
done, Parker.
That's right.
Excellent.
Well,
Now-
you see, I have to do right by those who recognize the superiority of Spinnerack. Now, you didn't say Spinnerack was your favorite Pokemon, but it's your second favorite, so I'll give you some credit there.
And that's two gold stars for it not being their favorite, which is
That's right.
So
Wow,
even just a
insane.
mention of Spinnerack, guys.
And Minister Curtis, I like that. Corbin, I think from now on you need to call me Minister Curtis.
Ew, no, I'd rather die.
That can be arranged.
My child, come repent.
Threats.
I am
The child
Minister
is being
Curtis.
threatened.
In the church of the Night Mother. The Church of the Night Mother. Come,
That's
I
okay.
am the minister.
I will spit in your church. Pta.
This classroom
rude.
is not the church. This is
So rude.
there's no religious affiliation with this classroom.
Oh, sorry. I'll clean that up after.
Okay, thank you again, Parker, for the wonderful essay. If you would like to write an essay for a Pokemon, please do. Just make sure to send it in early so we have plenty of
hurry
time.
up.
Because we are only reading one essay now, and it's first come, first serve. So please get those in early. All right, so now I think it's time to do the testing portion. Today, we are going to do a debate.
Woo! Debate it up.
Yeah,
Woo,
I love
argue.
debates personally. Those are some of my favorites to do. The debate, the structure is a little bit confusing, so let me read that for you guys really quickly. Basically, what's going to happen is I'm going to pick one student and they're going to decide. Well, okay, first I'm going to give the debate topic. Then I'm going to let one either Mr. Curtis or Corbin decide if they want to go first or second. Then whichever student goes first gets to decide if they will be for or against the topic. Basically, like whoever I ask gets to decide if they think they can both defend or be against the topic. Just because going second kind of gives you a natural advantage. Is the reason behind that. Also, the rubric is you must include information we learned in class. You must demonstrate an understanding of the Pokemon's unique attributes and abilities. You must build an argument around proven facts about the topic Pokemon. And 4, you must respond to at least one of your opponent's arguments with a legitimate counter argument. All right. So I'm going to read the debate topic. It's not really a for or against, but there's 2 options here. So the debate topic is Poliwag and Poliwhirl gather around and obey Politoed because A, they respect its authority, or B, its cries have magical commanding abilities. So, I'm going to say Corbin. Would you like to decide if you would like to go first or second?
I think for this debate, I will go second.
Okay, all right. So that means that Mr. Curtis gets to decide which side they want to be on. Would you like to hear those again, Mr. Curtis?
Please give it to me one more time.
Okay, so Poliwag and Poliwhirl gather around and obey Politoed. Politoed. Man, I got some Politoed right now.
I was gonna say that's when a Politoed gets in a bad attitude.
Gets in a bad mood.
Politoed. Watch your Politoed.
Poliwag and Poliwhirl gather around and obey Politoed because A, they respect its authority, or B, its cries have magical commanding abilities.
I think they respect the authority of the Politoed. That's what I'm gonna go for.
Okay, all right. So Mr. Curtis is going for respect its authority. That means Corbin, your argument is that its cries have magical commanding abilities.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we feeling good? We feeling good about that?
That's right.
All right, so take some time, come up with your debate platform, and we will reconvene back here when you are ready. Okay, are we all ready to
I think we are.
jump up into the front of the classroom and debate our little hearts
Here,
out?
I come up to the front. Listen, I am
Dumb.
hesitant about going first. I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite thing, but you know what, I'm feeling good, I'm moving smooth, I'm wiggling and waggling.
I don't like that.
So are you ready for me, Professor? Because
He's
I'm
moving
ready for you.
smooth as if he broke all of his bones in his hand.
Woo! Well, yeah, my this hand and this cast is not. No, I mean that's not moving smooth, but the rest of my
Bad to
body
look
is.
at.
Please never use moving smoothin' ever.
That's right. Okay,
Moving smoothin' ever. That's a t-shirt.
Yep.
Professor J-Man,
Yes.
are you ready for me?
Oh, I was born ready.
Okay, all right. Hold on. Let me just clear my throat real quick. Hold on.
my.
Okay, well, you weren't ready, apparently.
Oh, guys, are you sick of this yet?
Okay, all right.
Leave a comment.
Thank you, Corbin, for listening, and the professor for teaching this class for all of us. I have
All
to
right,
say the
Mr.
main
Curtis
reason
wins the debate.
Yeah, I have to say, the main reason the Poliwags and Whirls obey those toads is because they know how much of a boss they are. I mean, look at that curled hair on top of their heads. It's proof of their kingly status, and their roar causes them to cower in fear, and everybody knows nothing sparks more respect than fear.
That's is that it?
That was it. That was my opening statement.
Okay. Okay. All right, Corbin, I guess if you would like to now, so you can now do your opening statement, and also you can respond to Mr. Curtis's opening statement.
Gladly, very gladly. Thank you, Professor, for allowing us to have this debate. I think it's a solid one, and again, I am arguing that Poliwag and Poliwhirl gather around Politoed because its cries have natural commanding abilities. It's not a matter of earned respect. So let me quote the Pokedex here a couple times for you. In the Sinnoh region, there's 2 entries I want to talk about. The first one says, its cries make Poliwag obey. They make it obey. It commands it to obey. It is not a choice. Also in Sinnoh, there's another entry. It says a group of Poliwag and Poliwhirl will form with a Politoed as their leader. Politoed's cries make the Pokemon of the group obey. Again, makes them obey as their leader. It is a natural leadership that this Politoed is thrusting upon these Poliwags and Poliwhirl. Okay? Also, it states that they cower in fear in the Alola region, as Mr. Curtis just said, and this will lead into my rebuttal here. They wouldn't do that with the leader they respected, because Curtis said, nothing sparks more respect than fear. Excuse me? So let me get this straight. If you threaten my life and point a gun at my head, that means I respect you because I'm scared of you? Nuh-uh. No one's going to cower in fear of somebody that they respect. So the Pokedex entries have said it makes them obey, and they cower in fear when it cries. That to me sounds like a commanding natural ability that the Politoed possesses. They are not following it out of respect.
All right, excellent job, excellent rebuttal as well, Corbin. Now, Mr. Curtis, Minister Curtis, as some call him.
Thank you.
You may now respond to Corbin's opening statement and his response, and you may also provide your closing statement. Please try to make them 2 separate, distinct things.
Thank you. Corbin really likes to focus on those entries from Sinnoh that say, make, obey. Well, let me point this out to you here, okay? The professor makes you come to class. He makes you do this debate. He makes you do your homework, right? But is that magic? No. That is respect, and that is fear of the grade that you will get if you fail to follow through. And it is the fear of the repercussions of failing this class. There's nothing magic about that, okay? That is natural. That is part of the relationship dynamic. Because professors in a position of authority, okay? That's my rebuttal. And then coming into my closing statement.
Okay.
Whether it be their poofy pomp that looks so kingly or their menacing roar, the reactions in the wags and the whirls are purely natural phenomenon, okay? The wags and the whirls respect the toads not because of some special magic, but out of fear or jealousy or maybe infatuation. These are all emotions and reactions that all of us, human and Pokemon, experience in our daily lives. There's nothing magic about it. Just science and chemistry. Thank you very much.
All right. Hey, very good. At a certain point, though,
Magic is science we don't understand.
Sorry. I won't go in because we still have one more part to go on here. Corbin. You may now make your closing statement. Your closing statement. You do not get to do a rebuttal.
Okay, closing
Although
statement.
It sounds like you kind of did do a rebuttal there in a second earlier, but
he kind of cut you off.
That wasn't really much.
But I was talking at the same time, so I didn't quite hear what he said.
It wasn't a rebuttal. I'm just saying, to reiterate what I've said before. Making them obey sounds like something that is against their will. They're not earning their respect. It is a commanding, natural, magical thing. It is an ability. As soon as they hear that cry, they automatically fall in line and they show up immediately. Some of the other entries talk about that. They converge in the area. It's like a call to arms. It's not necessarily a respect thing. It is a matter of, a magical ability. And again, if they respected Politoed, they wouldn't be so dang scared of it.
All right. Okay. Excellent job to the both of you. I think that's one of my favorite debates so far. You guys both,
of all time,
handled, your opening statement. Mr. Curtis's opening statement was a little bit short, but besides that, it was very good. You guys handled the counter arguments really, really well. The responses were great. Basically, Mr. Curtis is saying that, they have like the curly hair just indicates respect. It's all about respect and the fear that they use to command the other Pokemon. Corbin hit back with fear does not equal respect, and that I love it when the Pokedex is quoted. He quoted it saying their cries make the Pokemon obey, and that word make is really
it's very key.
It's very telling. It's very telling there. But Mr. Curtis did also have a very good point. You can make somebody do something without magic involved, and that is also true. So I'm honestly great debate all around. It's not my job to say who won the debate. It might be the poll in the description on Spotify. So virtual students, you might get to say who won the debate. But I think it was a very good debate on both sides. You guys all get full marks. Full marks.
Woo! All right.
Easy to grade. Easy to grade. I love it when that happens.
High five, Corbin.
Nope.
Make him do it.
Come
Mr.
on, hey,
fine.
Use your magical abilities to make him do it.
Fine. Okay, fine. Here.
Ow, gosh, Corbin! Ow, not that hand!
That was his broken hand, Corbin. Why would you do
His
that?
fault for putting that hand up. That's his fault.
It's so mean.
Oh, Corbin, my one little tickle finger. Oh,
I'm sorry.
No,
I apologize.
it's on the floor. You knocked it off.
no.
I didn't even see that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
I'm gonna have to put it on ice. I'm gonna have to take that to the nurse's office.
As another tenant of the Cubchoo Scouts, I will say we give life, we do not take it. So I will say that I apologize for knocking your finger off.
Wow. Hey, maybe this Cubchoo thing is really good for him.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So does anybody have any? What was that? Did you hear that? It sounded like chimes. Did you guys hear that?
Huh.
Oh,
That was.
oh,
How many was that? 3 chimes? That was. Did you guys?
Was
Where
that
did that
two?
come from? Was that from the vent?
Or was that? It sounded like 2 this time. I think it was 3 the first time. I think it's 2 now.
Huh.
Is it counting down?
Oh, that was 2. I can't keep track. I'm sorry. That was
yeah.
that was weird.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
Are you guys feeling okay? You're not feeling like you're about to perish or anything, are you?
No.
I mean, I'm
I'm
feeling
all
a
right.
little bit lightheaded. I got to be honest with you, but I'm okay. Anyways, just continue. Sorry.
Okay. So that's gonna do it for today's lesson on Politoed. Does anybody have any lingering questions that weren't answered about Politoed? About Politoed, Corbin?
No.
Okay. Well, that's great. That means I did my job.
can I have one of those whirls? Do you think I could pull that off?
What, the whirls? Is that what you said? Like
Like if I had one on my
spinny?
head, like you think I could pull it off?
Are you talking about the hair, or are you talking about the spiral pattern?
No, like if I had the little poofity poof on top of my head, the spiral.
You said the whirl, like the front of it.
Yeah, you
like,
did
that's
say
what
the
you meant.
whirl.
Well, it's the swirl, the poof on top of its head. If I got one of those on my head.
Okay, those are 2 different things. No, I don't think you could.
I don't think you could, but it would command respect. I'll tell you that.
Or magically force it.
Okay. Great question, Mr. Curtis. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody know who we're talking about next week?
It's the evolved form of Politoed, right?
No, sorry. No, it's not. It's not related to Politoed in any way.
Oh, that's right, because you're talking about possibly doing the camping trip, so it's got to be a grass-type Pokemon.
I was saying that it is a grass-type Pokemon, and that works well with the camping trip that I now have to plan.
Is it Decidueye?
No, it's not Decidueye. Mr. Curtis, how does that make you feel?
I feel a little.
He kind of stole your spot, huh?
I know.
Sorry, Mr.
Yeah.
Curtis.
Just yoinked
I'm
your
so
spotlight.
sorry. I really thought it was this time. Sorry.
I really wanted to say it, but Bonzaby, is it Bonzaby?
Trevenant?
No. We are learning about Hoppip. Hoppip next week.
Oh, Hoppip, little Hoppip.
Okay.
Potentially,
all right,
potentially
little
on a field trip of sorts, a field trip.
So you're committing to it.
or a wood trip.
So you're committing to it. We're doing a summer camping trip.
Fine. Yes, we'll do it. We'll only one lesson though.
All right.
Only
yeah,
one
that's
day.
all I need. As I said, that's all I need. I just
Okay.
need one day show off my survival skills, okay?
Okay. All right. So until next class, if you have any questions for me, the professor, you can send us a Gengar mail at wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you want to send us an essay for an upcoming Pokemon, make sure you get that in as early as you possibly can. And also, hey, we have a Patreon.
Ooh.
Patreon? Mr. Curtis?
Yeah.
Patreon? Explain.
Yeah.
Explain
Oh,
how this works.
Explain the Patreon.
I couldn't.
Yeah,
I
sure.
can't comprehend.
There's so many great rewards. I mean, most importantly, my doodles go up there every time, every class.
Every lesson.
Every
Every
lesson.
time.
Every class.
Every time. All of them. All of the times.
I make a doodle of the Pokemon, and that's really the main thing. But I guess you also get access to the Saffron Sitting Learning server, which is our Discord that we have for this class. You also get to listen to Q&A, special Q&A content, outtakes and bloopers. You get to watch our Nuzlocke playthrough of Emerald.
Woohoo.
There is... What else am I missing?
If only there was a list of the stuff that we had somewhere.
Yeah.
You just rattle off of it.
Oh,
That's
man.
true.
I think you did a great job. I am
true.
like super excited to go check out that Patreon now. Thanks, Mr. Curtis.
Yes,
Now
thank
he's
you.
gonna check it out. You
Hey,
convinced
Corbin, what's your favorite part of the Patreon at the moment?
him. Probably the Nuzlocke videos.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke videos are a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even though we suck.
Yeah, we're pretty bad, but hey, come hang out with us. Enjoy it.
And also, that's just kind of the nature of a randomizer. It's rough.
Yeah, it's rough. It is randomized too. So yeah, all the Pokemon, all the moves, a lot of it's randomized.
Yeah, base stats are randomized, which is the thing.
Abilities
that I'm
are randomized. It is a struggle.
regretting.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, we never know what's coming around the corner. All right. So I think that's gonna do it for today's lesson. So until next time.
I don't feel.
Oh, Professor, quick. My finger.